Hello and welcome to this beautiful morning right here in the city of Lagos, Africa. Thank you for joining us on the show. It's Hello Africa. Of course, my name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite. With me on the show this morning is DBC Belumi.
Thank you, Right. Good to have you on the show as always.
Of course, same to have you here. Well, it's a Friday morning. We can only be excited. Of course, I'm always in the mood and in the vibe for excitement on Fridays.
Well, it's the CGIF edition, so yeah, it's fun.
All right, on our last edition, I was asking you, I asked you if you've started feeling the season already.
The Christmas feeling.
I want to do the same now. How do you feel about Christmas?
I don't feel any Christmas feeling yet, but hold on, but I've observed and I've noticed that the atmosphere is changing. People are celebrating, decorating, and
Okay.
yeah. So I think I can acknowledge that.
You definitely have started feeling it. Whether you say you don't or not, I can
It's
tell
your
you're
feeling.
feeling
It's
it.
not my feeling. Don't I? True.
All right, so getting to our show for today, we have a lineup of programs. We have our top stories.
Yes, we
We'll
do.
have the entertainment gist. We have our sports updates from DBC Belumi. And of course, we have our
Weird facts.
weird facts. Yes. So getting ahead on to today's show, we'll bring you our top stories. You can join us via the link in the description. And also, you can also, reach us via
Our phone number. Yeah.
a phone call. Yeah, all you have to do
It's called the
is
number 09123 091 213 23978. 091 23978.
All right, getting on with our top stories this morning. The first one from...
All right, so the first top story says COVID-19 mass vaccination aims to rapidly increase uptake of vaccines. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure this is as a result of the pressure on civil servants with the whole... I thought initially it was just about 3 states that made it very particular that you must be able to tender
A vaccination card before you're allowed to
prove that
continue to
you've
work. So
collected it.
yeah, that's the situation. But right now, this mandatory vaccination is starting to take trend globally, and some people are protesting against it, like we discussed in the last episode. Some are protesting against it. Some are saying you can't enforce vaccine on some people, and some people are saying it's the better alternative we have than locking down an entire economy the third time.
Yeah.
All right, no economy can afford a third lockdown right now.
So you're of the opinion that they should
No,
make
I am
it
not.
mandatory?
I am not of the opinion that they should make it mandatory. I'm just saying that this is what is happening now.
Okay. Well, I'll just read on this statement from the National Primary Healthcare Center Development Agency. Says COVID-19 mass vaccination aims to increase uptake of the vaccine in Nigeria to rapidly achieve herd immunity. The executive director, Dr. Faisal Shoaibu, says the mass vaccination campaign was an initiative of the agency, state government, and development partners. He told the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on Thursday in Abuja that the move was meant to increase access and utilization of COVID-19 vaccines.
Wow.
Oh, well, clearly, they just wanted to spread faster, the vaccine to spread faster. I mean, the pace on which Nigerians are taking the vaccine is really slow. So
Even at that, now there's a new challenge. Remember, there's the Omicron strain. The Omicron strain. There's so many questions as regarding the Omicron variant. The question is, the current vaccines that we have, is it effective against the Omicron strain? Are we safe? How safe are we? Even after being vaccinated with both jabs, can I still get the Omicron? How lethal is it? What's the mortality? So a lot of questions concerning the Omicron variant. And what I've even heard is that there's still possible, I think about 32 other possible mutations that can still come out from the COVID. It's just very
so there's still
bad
more
news.
research going on
A lot of
the
research.
entire COVID
A lot
thing.
of
So
research.
for me, I'm of the opinion making this vaccination or the vaccine a compulsory move isn't very necessary. As much as possible, knowing that when you take the vaccine, you're not even sure what differences it would make, especially because of the new variants that reoccur. It's best that we put on a pause and let
Let's
proper
conclude our research.
be done, and let's be sure that
But the problem with putting a pause is that you tend to give
spread.
the spread. Exactly. So it's a battle of how quickly can we research and get a solution, and how quickly are people going to have to die, excuse my word, in order to get to that point where we have done adequate research. So that's just It's a terrible battle, and good luck to our healthcare workers and scientists who are researching. So, moving on to our next top story. Nnamdi Kanu's emergency trial set to begin in Federal High Court. I almost forgot about this story.
No.
Almost.
Yeah, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who led Kanu's legal team, and Shuaib Labaran, who is expected to appear for Attorney General of the Federation, are already seated for the proceeding. The IPOB leader, who is facing a terrorism charge, is yet to be brought to the court as at 9:55 a.m. However, members of the media are also on ground for the coverage. This followed the interventions and engagement with government agencies and institutions, include the NMPC, of course. Let's just hold on and wait for results from the sitting. Let's see what happens. The case has been lingering for too long, and I don't know.
Well, I think I saw somewhere where a lady posted or tweeted. I can't remember who. I think it was Ojuku, one of the Ojukus at the center or something. I didn't really read up that story, begging Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm saying, well, if going to trial is like
grounds?
If going to trial is like the due process, let's just hope and see how the court can find reasonable grounds to discharge him, and if not, I hope it's not too severe.
All right, moving on.
NUPENG suspends planned strike, promises hitch-free distribution of petroleum products.
NUPENG. Well, this followed the interventions and engagement with government agencies and institutions, including the NMPC, of course. Excuse me. The union expressed gratitude to NMPC's group managing director, Mr. Mele Kari, and his team of professionals over the roles they played in positively resolving the impasse. It stated that NMPC's management has once again proven to the union that it can be trusted in matters of ensuring decency of employment and peaceful industrial relations in the Nigerian oil and gas industry. Really, is that true?
Well, don't look at me.
No, the part that I'm seeing.
Read that part again.
I'm sure you needed to hear that again.
Read that part again.
NMPC's management has once again proven to the union that the nation and to the union and the nation that it can be trusted in matters of ensuring decency of employment and peaceful industrial relations in the Nigerian oil and gas industry.
First of all, the oil and gas sector in Nigeria is already full with.
It's one dubbed.
Is already filled with suspicious practices.
Every single time.
A huge amount of money is missing from somewhere. Someone is changing.
Talking
that
about
sector.
How they are telling us decency. When I think the last time the presidency talked about how much this bill and
billions,
all those
a few billions of dollars that are going missing in wrong sectors and all of that.
About how much was $50 billion?
Was it 50? I think it was 80.
87 or so.
80 something billion thereabout.
That was unaccountable for.
That they have to now audit their accounts, and till today we've not received a follow-up. We've not had a follow-up story concerning that. We're still expecting that. But
I'm not sure this decency talk came from
the right source.
The right source, yes.
Yeah, but maybe they're about to turn it. Nah, don't let me be too optimistic. Let's just yeah.
All right,
moving on. Apapa Customs Command generates 89 billion naira in November. Kudos.
Plus, they deserve it.
But how?
In our last segment, you remember I told you how customs are the second highest generating revenue commission in Nigeria.
I think I should join the customs.
No, I considered that a couple of years back, but seeing that my dad happens to be a retired custom officer. But then,
that explains a lot.
Right now, I think they deserve that review in their system. You know, that was what we spoke about in our last episode, talking about how the customs wants to rearrange their system and all its principles and rules.
Code of conduct.
Yeah, codes of conduct, because it's been too old from ever since the 90s.
I mean, if it's old but it's still producing results, it's generating results, I feel like why try to bother a system that is functional, right? So just unless if it's to curb some certain malpractices.
Oh well.
Other than that, I feel like they should just leave the way their system functions.
All right, let me just read from the commander. The Customs Area Controller, CAC of the Command Controller, Malanta Yusuf, made this known in a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer, Deputy Superintendent of Customs, Abubakar Usman in Lagos. According to Yusuf, the amount generated is the highest monthly collection by any command of the Nigerian Customs Service. According to Yusuf, the amount generated is the highest monthly collection by any command of the Nigerian Customs Service. This feature is coming after the command generated 86 billion naira in the month of October, following improved interagency synergies, enhanced trade facilitation, speedy dispute resolution, and prevention of revenue loss, he said. Yusuf, who described the 89 billion collection as the beginning of improved outputs for the command, also said the tempo for rising revenue profile would be sustained. I hope this would last for so long. Next month won't be a different ball game entirely.
Here's where it gets tricky for me, right? It's not the entire custom that generated 89 billion. It's just one command.
That's exactly.
From one state from one local government area.
Port. Let's just
one port.
Yeah, exactly.
Apapa.
You remember there's still Tinkan. You remember imagine Port Harcourt, Bonny Camp, and several other ports. So I told you there's so much that goes into this ministry that we haven't really, this commission that we haven't really looked into. I think they should still review.
They should still review, right?
I think
because their records
so much money flowing in our system, but yet so many people do not see it and do not have access to it. And this is where it becomes really disturbing, because if you look at how the system, the economical system runs, and how we hear the billions, it's almost like billions, loans, and then
where is this money going to? Coming from what?
If we can generate 89 billion from one
month, from one custom,
and this is just one commission. We've not talked about FIRS.
We've not talked about the airports. We've not talked about, so many other. Oh Jesus! You know what? I think we should do investigative journalism on some of these financial records of these commissions. Yes, we need to review them.
People have been doing it already. Except you have a new plan for how you want to approach your own.
Do you know me to not have a plan?
Okay.
All right, moving on. Kano State seals Shekarau's lawyer office. Okay, I don't understand. Is that?
Yeah.
Read
so Kano State government on Wednesday sealed the offices of Nureni Jimo, a senior advocate of Nigeria SAN, and left workers stuck for several hours. The state agents, along security men, invaded the Murtala Mohammed Way office complex of the lawyer at about 9 a.m., forcefully placed the chamber and other offices in the premises under temporary siege for no official reason at the point of action. That's quite unheard of. Jimo, a senior legal advisor to Senator Ibrahim Shekarau and a member representing Kano Municipal at the House of Representatives, Shaba Ibrahim Sharada, led the legal team that secured judgment that declared Ganduje's APC World Congress invalid. All this political propaganda and drama is all we can see getting into play here. Not so much we can say about it.
I like how you really get to understand this politics now. So I don't think I need to talk much about it. You hit
all
it.
Right, we'll take a quick break on that note, and when we get back, of course, we'll continue with our top stories. We'll be right back.
We live in a confusing world, and audiences need guardians on burning issues. Men of God give biblical interpretations to life's quandaries in every discussion. Grab a seat and let the Bible guide your thoughts. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Welcome back on this morning show. I'm still Favor Aya, likes to be called Favor, right? And I still have Adebisi Pelumi with me in the studio.
Hello.
All right, so we already had the first part of our top stories. We're moving on with our top stories and news update. If you're just joining us across Africa, you can be a part of our conversation this morning via the link in the description. And of course, you can also call us on our phone lines. And of course, we'll take your call very seriously. I mean, you want to dial us on this number?
Okay, you can call us on 091-213-23978. 091-213-23978.
So moving on, our next story for the morning. This one says Ghislaine Maxwell, defense lawyer seek to discredit key accuser.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. I thought I was going to hear that. Okay.
All right. So the accuser is known as Jane. Says she was abused by Miss Maxwell and a convicted pedophile husband, Jeffrey Epstein, when she was partner, basically, not really husband. Excuse me. Aged 14, right?
Yeah.
But on Wednesday, the defense counsel, Laura Menninger, presented documents suggesting Jane was uncertain about Miss Maxwell's participation in the abuse, and Miss Maxwell denies sex trafficking charges. She has pleaded not guilty in 8 charges of sex trafficking and other crimes covering a period from 1994 to 2004. That's like 20 years there about? No, 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah.
She has been in U.S. jail since her arrest last year, and faces up to 80 years in prison if she's convicted.
80?
Yes, if she's convicted. The defense claims she's been used as a scapegoat for Epstein's crime because he died in prison. So the defense is coming from the angle like, okay, because he died in prison and you guys are not looking for sort of an outlet or like event, so you want to punish her. Of course, she has her own sex trafficking charges and all of that, and she was well aware of Jeffrey's pedophilic, behaviors and all of that. But cross-examining Jane's, Jane's report statements, the initial time, and cross-examining a statement now, the defense is coming from the angle that they don't match up. Like, she didn't really say if Miss Maxwell kissed her, touched her casually, or was just there when Jeffrey was all doing, whatever he did. I think she was his victim for about 4 or 5 years, 1994 to 1997.
Yeah.
That's like 3 years. Okay, she was his victim for 3 years. And then in graphic details, she described everything that happened, saying that Miss Maxwell was present of much of it and was very casual about the encounter. And so it's still a very tough battle, but I think they've decided to, to discredit that scene. Right. But it's still on. Let's see how,
Moving on, this one says Canadian MPs vote to ban LGBT conversion therapy.
Yeah, the conversion therapy has been tagged as dangerous by lots, by worldwide.
I totally agree.
Worldwide medical experts, right? So
yeah.
Canada was like, you know what? Instead of dragging it, let's move to ban it. It's not like as if they delayed on it. The first time they wanted to ban it, something happened. I think there was. Hold on, let me. Okay. So the first time they were about to ban it, something occurred, right? So they had to suspend Parliament. The second time was their general election. Parliament was disbanded, so they could not carry on to ban the conversion therapy. So now, after the federal election, everybody's in proper position. Both conservatives and liberals in the Parliament both agreed that it should be banned, right? So
I agree.
And one of the statements, one of the ministers said was that, Minister of Parliament was that the LGBTQ issue should not be a political football between politicians and it should be something that people see for the greater good and for the better of general society, and everybody's happy that both conservative and liberals could mutually agree on a very simple topic. And so
and I agree. I'm sure you must have heard all the things that go on with this transformation process. It's very inhumane, honestly.
Jesus.
But then, of course, moving on, Pfizer busts annual COVID jabs for years to come.
Yep. Dr. Albert Bourla said he thought this would be needed to maintain a very high level of protection. The UK has now secured an extra 114 million doses for Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to be delivered over the next 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and about a year ago, UK was the first country to approve the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine, And the Pfizer chief executive was speaking to BBC before the emergence of Omicron variants, first identified in South Africa and then some other countries.
Okay.
And all of that. So the UK government signed a contract to buy 54 million additional Pfizer and 60 million Moderna doses, all to combat the virus. And most of that, I think, part of this contract covers vaccines that will be developed in case for the Omicron variant. So UK is like really going ahead of the curve this time around.
All right, this one says Supreme Court. Top United States judges signal support for abortion limits.
Let me just read through this. On Wednesday's hearing, that's Wednesday this week, heading into the case, conservative justices hinted that a majority backed upholding the law, a ruling expected in June, may see millions of women lose abortion access. Anti-abortion activists are urging the court to protect unborn children, in quote. But experts warn of an increase in maternal mortality if abortion is restricted. Both sides of the debate regard this case, known as Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, as an all-or-nothing fight over abortion rights. Lawyers defending the Mississippi law have asked the court to overturn 2 previous landmark decisions regarding abortion. The first, 1973's Roe versus Wade and Parenthood versus Casey. In the years since the foetal viability standard has acted as a red line in abortion law, preventing any bans on abortion before this time. But anti-abortion campaigners hope the current ideological makeup of the court has created a new opening. So basically, it's people, there's anti-abortion activists, and and these activists are saying they should ban abortion. But the numbers are saying if you ban abortion totally and women cannot gain access to abortion, you're forcing them to do one of 2 things: illegal abortion or self-medication, which will lead to increased maternal mortality. It means a lot of younger women will be dying. Do you understand?
Yeah, well.
Personally, I believe abortion should not be a personal opinion or religious opinion kind of thing, right?
Personal opinion, or I thought you mean abortion should be a personal opinion, not religious opinion.
And what I'm saying is, it shouldn't be something that people get up and get movements about, saying they're activists
that's what, exactly.
or protest. I'm sorry to say this, I'm a Christian. I believe my religion doesn't support abortion. Okay. Right? Yeah. But speaking purely liberally on statistics of the economy and the population and the circumstances surrounding why women need to get abortion, it should be legalized. You should give them access to abortion. Fine. If you don't want to give them 100% access to abortion so that women do not abuse it, put restrictions on it, put limitations, put boundaries, set parameters, guarding the practices of abortion, but don't go banning abortion totally. What's that?
Oh well, it's almost the same thing. I think putting the boundaries and banning it is around the same thing. Maybe because of the numbers that are increasing or the hazards, because so many people have decided to take on self-medication and self-actions towards abortion. And so one of the fastest ways, no matter what bans they put or restrictions, humans will still go on to do what they have to do, especially when they are. So putting a ban will probably mean that if you take such actions, there are certain penalties that you will be facing just to be able to really reduce.
The penalty is insane. You're going to face any medical facility that carries out abortion will pay a huge fine.
That's almost a very doable thing.
It's a doable thing, but at what cost? Do you know how many people will be coming to do abortions with them? And also any woman who is caught doing abortion, I think will also pay a fine or probably get, not arrested, but I think it's about paying a fine or something like that. The whole point of doing abortion is because there's no money to take care of the unborn child. Do you understand? And you're telling them to pay fine. Personally, if I was in any government office or position of power, I would, without a doubt, legalize abortion, but I would put restrictions.
Well, let's just move on.
I mean, the world is already overpopulated, right? And it's not like as if we're creating new resources. But some people might look at me and say I'm being.
All right, moving on to our next story. This one says South Africa, new cases double in 24 hours as Omicron spreads. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so I'm just going to read through
Really?
this. Some 11,500 new COVID infections were registered in the latest daily figures. That is a sharp rise on the 8,500 cases confirmed the previous day. By contrast, daily infections were averaging between 200 and 300 in mid-November. The top South African scientist told BBC Omicron has now been detected in at least 24 countries around the world, according to the World Health Organization. Those who have already had other variants of coronavirus do not appear to be protected against Omicron, but vaccines are still believed to protect against severe disease, according to top scientists from the Global Health Body and South Africa's National Institute for Communicable Diseases, NICD. Previous infections used to protect against Delta, but now with Omicron, that doesn't seem to be the case, said Anne von Goldberg, microbiologist at NICD. The full picture in South Africa would not become clear until people get so sick that they need to go to hospital, which is generally 3-4 weeks later, says Professor Salim Abdul. And but the feedback we're getting from the ground is that there's really no red flags. We're not seeing anything dramatically different. What we are seeing is what we are used to. Right. So the problem is the Omicron doesn't give off any different kind of symptoms. Still the same symptoms. And what's even worse is unless the person becomes really, really sick and needs to go to the hospital, a person can be a carrier of the Omicron and be spreading it and not even know. That's the scariest thing about this variant.
Anyways, on this note, we'll take another break. And when we get back, of course, you can still join us on our entertainment news.
How much do you know about Africa? Scratch that. Can you go head to head with other viewers and answer general questions correctly? Smart Money Live Trivia is aimed at enterprising audiences who gets rewarded while enhancing knowledge and sharpening decision-making skills. The daily game is open to all players on Black Drum TV social media handles. Fresh episodes are broadcasted from Monday to Friday on StarTimes Channel 194. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907. You can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Well, welcome back on the show. And of course, it's Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. My name is Favor Aya, and with me on the show is Adebisi Pelumi.
Thank you very much.
Well, thus far, it's been a great show. Moving on to our entertainment gist. Our first story says Adekunle Gold announces Catch Me If You Can. Wow.
Catch me if you can.
This album is one thing I can't wait to see, knowing that in recent weeks, Adekunle Gold has been shocking us with different moves, aside him linking up with J. Cole and a few other persons in the US.
I mean, I'm sure we can expect good things and quality music from Adekunle Gold. He's one of those artists that have maintained a certain level of consistency with their music, and
especially
it's
this year. Well, let's look forward to what he has for us in this album.
Yep.
Moving on, YouTube year end list.
Yeah.
YouTube year end list. Chike, Wizkid, Burna Boy, top list of music videos. Oh wow, that's great. But this is basically for Nigerian views, not global views.
Yeah, you should.
So this list is.
I'm not sure because these three artists have released, or at least two of these really artists have released global.
Of course. They
so
just mentioned that the collation for this was based on Nigerian views on
that
YouTube,
was what the story says.
Nigerian views. Yeah, the algorithms must have been able to gather the numbers.
All right, so Wizkid, Olamide, Davido, top Apple Music's year-end list in South Africa, Ghana, Tanzania, and Kenya. Wow.
Well, big ups to them.
Big ups to
these guys are working really hard.
Oh
yeah, so Halle Berry signs multi-title deal with Netflix as Bruce hits #1 on streamer.
Well,
I must give it for the movie.
You've seen it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I should see it today. But here's my Money Heist is coming out today, right? So no matter how #1 streamer this streams.
Well, you can't really say because more
I
people.
I can
you
say.
are only in Nigeria, and I can promise you that.
I can promise you that fans of Money Heist, this is how they are just waiting. These are they waiting for today.
But I can promise you something
Refresh.
too.
Refresh.
Wait.
I know Netflix doesn't drop episode, but they dropped the entire season, and this is
the
season
drop
finale.
Bruce. You know, one thing.
Bruce is a movie.
Money Heist. Yeah, Money Heist is a series.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm telling you, no matter what happens, the collection of this. She has gotten the deal she needs. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
So
it doesn't matter to anyways.
Even if
whichever one Netflix wants to
Netflix
put on the top one,
drop,
she's
fine.
She's already cashing out. She's cashed out. She's good.
Based on the deal, she's going to be featured in several other series that will be featured on Netflix.
Speaking of which, I know the story of this movie, but I haven't watched it because we have a show on our TV station, Flixstar, where we talk about where we recommend movie reviews. Okay. We recommend movies to our viewers and we talk about the stories of the movies, not in length, but like we just show you clips, and then we have a showcase of the week. We do this every week, so you can check us out and you see our movie recommendations. So,
all right. That being said, moving on. This one says R. Kelly and manager allegedly tried to intimidate and silence sex abuse accusers. Well, this case has.
You know what? At this point,
I don't know.
Again, I don't know what to say about R. Kelly, man.
I've been seeing updates of how all his accusers have been complaining of being threatened by his manager and himself for to keep silent with the accusations and all. But I think after he has gotten his sentence,
even if he gets released or whatever or anything.
No, he won't even get released because he already got a sentence.
Yeah, he got a sentence, but even if he gets released or he comes back out with a sentence or anything.
Life sentence?
Nope.
Yeah. So I think they should really calm down right now. All right, so moving on. This one says, watch the official trailer for AY's Christmas in Miami.
Wow.
I want to see it.
I think I would want to see that particular movie.
I like how AY likes to come in at strategical times with his piece, and it's always.
I'm sure he must have been working on this for a long time.
Yeah. Okay, this very piece has featured a good number of
we have RMD.
Actors. Yeah,
it
also featured one of the veteran actors from the popular Coming to America movie. I can't just wait to see it.
Yeah. The one who acted. I can't remember the role he played. Is he coming to America?
Yeah, of course.
Are you sure?
Of course, coming to America, and trust me, you want to see.
What role did he play?
He played the role. I'm trying to remember. Let me get. I'm trying to remember. Okay.
It wasn't the dad. It wasn't
Akim's
father.
No, it wasn't the dad. It wasn't the dad.
It wasn't the butler.
No. Okay. I remember.
Oh, I think it was his wife's father.
Yeah, the wife's father. I'm just trying to remember his name. Is his name I'm even trying to get
When
now.
you remember that, we'll talk about it. Okay, so moving on to the next entertainment news.
All right.
Fireboy hits 100 million streams on Boomplay.
Congrats to him. He's
Big
working
ups.
hard.
Really working hard. Nigerian-American artist holds homecoming concert this Saturday. Okay.
All
right. Not my Ngbokolo. Did I pronounce that properly?
Of course, yeah.
Ngbokolo. Tubaba laughs hard after hotel in his state cut soap in half for lodgers.
Wow, things are happening. Yes, we've seen worse, but this one.
Crazy things are happening. Yeah, so that's Two-Face. Sorry about that. But why are you in that kind of hotel, Two-Face? Or I think it was just a reaction. It was Two-Face reaction to that post.
Yeah, I remember the name, John Amos.
You really went all out.
Yeah, I'm a fan of him now. So, all right, moving on.
She will see husband now. That's a very terrible statement. Nigerians
Nigerians
as
can
they compare
make all kinds of
Eniola Badmus before and after weight loss photos. Yes, her weight loss is nice. She looks good. She is beautiful.
That's
but
what
the
I'm
point
concerned
of
about.
she doing it is not to look for a husband. Why is everything about
Nigerians and shades on Twitter is something we can't take away. Nigerians and shades are 5 and 6, but I really want to, on my own side, commend the veteran comedian for her efforts towards looking good and being proud of who she is.
I'm in support of what she did. This is good. This is beautiful, all right? Beautiful. I don't care if she did it for a man. I'm even sure she didn't do it for a man. She did it for herself, to make herself feel good.
Badmus, we love you.
We love you. We love what you're doing. Yeah. Well done. And kudos.
All right.
All right, so we'll take a quick break. When we return, it'll be time for sports update. I'll be giving you all the juicy sport news and all of that. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Aren't you tired of playing different types of games that require in-app purchases? Here's something that might bring a smile to your game face. Introducing Smart Money Live Trivia Show on TV. You play against others to win cool cash prizes weekly. Participation is simple. Follow and interact with Black Drum TV on its social media handles. Join the live show daily on TV, 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. Post all correct answers on Black Drum TV IG page. Fastest fingers always have an advantage. That's it. You're on your way to being selected to play for massive cash in our live studio face-off. Tell your friends to tell your friends of the new trivia show that gives cash rewards. Enquiries and sponsorships, contact marketing 0808-1105-907 or marketing@blackdrum.tv.
Hello and welcome back to your favorite morning show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. My name is Adekunle Gold, and as you can guess, it's time for our sports update. If you're just joining us, you have missed our top stories and our entertainment news, but not to worry, we still have our sports updates and our weird facts segments. Without further ado, let's go straight into our sports story. All right, Super Falcons goalies rating as world's seventh best thrills Izelian. Former coach of Super Falcons, Godwin Izelian, has described Chiamaka Nnadozie, I hope I pronounced that properly, Chiamaka ranking as the world's seventh best woman goalkeeper as a clear indication that Nigeria has abundant talented female footballers at the grassroots waiting to be discovered. Izelian, who commended the Paris of France FC goaltender for putting Nigeria on the world map in women football, urged stakeholders in the ladies' game to pay more attention to talent discovery, stressing that discovering and nurturing women players when they are still young will raise the country's standard in the game. I am delighted on the news that Nnadozie has been rated as the seventh best goalkeeper in the world, and this is a remarkable achievement for the young lady who started her football career in Nigeria. She played for the cadet teams and Nigeria clubs before moving abroad. I have said it before that Nigeria has talent in women football. All they need is to be discovered and exposed. All right, so moving on to our next sports story. Al Masry fans threaten Rivers United as Egyptian embassy denies officials entry visas. Rivers United of Port Harcourt has raised the alarm over an alleged threat on the players and officials by fans of Egyptian club Al Masry, who are hosting the Nigerian club in the CAF Confederation Cup this weekend. Rivers United, which has described the death threat as part of antics to destabilize the Nigerian side ahead of their Confederation Cup playoff return leg, still slated for Alexandria, Egypt on Sunday, has already informed Africa's football ruling body, Confederation of African Football Club, about the whole threat. According to Rivers United media officer Charles Mayoku, the club has enough evidence of how Al Masry wants to frustrate their team when they arrive in Egypt. Al Masry, in various official social media posts and their corresponding fans' comments, have threatened to hurt members of Rivers United during their visit to Egypt. These threat statements like "we will kill you," "welcome to hell," and photos of knives, machetes, and flares dominate comments in Al Masry's official posts. Moving on, Shekarau booked top 8 final tickets at finals holds this weekend. Nigeria's top-seeded players, former world champion Wellington Shekarau and the country's current number 1 player Shekarau, have confirmed their rating as top contenders in the inaugural 2021 Virtual World English Scrabble Players Association Championship (WESPAC). They are among the top 8 finalists are playing on December 4th and 5th. According to the results released by the Nigerian Scrabble Federation, the top 8 finalists are Peter Kogi from Australia, who had 25 wins. David Elder, also from Australia, finished with 24 wins. Will Anderson from the US also had 24 wins. Paul Galley, North Ireland, 23 wins. Alistair Richards, and a few other players. Quite important to mention the resilience exhibited by Team Nigeria. Their effort and commitment in the championship is worth commending. We wish our players the very best of luck and grace to excel at the finals. I won't lose again in front of my wife, children, and Fini boasts. The national cruiserweight title contender Abiodun Infinity Fini has vowed never to lose again in front of his wife and children in December 24 Christmas Cracker GoTV Boxing Night 24th against Michael Emirates Godwin in Lagos. When both boxers met at GoTV Boxing Night 23, Afeni was beaten in front of his wife and children. I was beaten in front of my wife and children, and the last time out, and I won't allow such things to happen to me this time. Afeni said yesterday at the unveiling ceremony in Lagos, December 24th is my birthday, and I will do everything to beat Godwin this time, he boasted. Afeni and Michael will battle for the vacant national cruiserweight title at the Molade Okoya Thomas Indoor Sports Hall, Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos on December 24th. Apart from the national cruiser title bout, the 24th edition of the GoTV Boxing Night will also feature a World Boxing Federation WBF title fight and a national lightweight heavyweight title fight. Bonfred Joe formally applies for Super Eagles job. Former Super Eagles coach Bonfred Joe has formally applied to return to the national team job currently held by German Gernot Rohi. According to a local website, Soccernet, the Dutch, who led Nigeria to Africa's first Olympic football gold at the Atlanta, USA U96 Games, has written the Nigeria Football Federation to indicate his willingness to take over the senior national team job from which he was sacked 20 years ago. Joe has not made secret of his ambition to return to the national team and has enlisted some prominent Nigerians to help him achieve his aim, with the pressure now mounting on the NFF to sack Roy following the team's poor performance in the race to Qatar 2022 World Cup. Joe recently wrote a letter to Nigeria stating that he has the magic wand to turn things around. Okay. The Nigeria Football Federation has not said anything about Joe's ambition, but feelers indicate that the federation is not in a hurry to sack Roy. Reports indicates that Rohi has already submitted his provisional 40-man team list to the Confederation of African Football CAF ahead of next year's Africa Cup of Nations. We had to do a list of 40 players before November 15. I had also my plans, Rohi told news reporters. And that's a wrap on our sports update. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, it will be time for our weird facts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Black Drum Sessions video series showcases African indigenous musicians performing live in our studios. Come take a trip around Africa through authentic and indigenous voices. For inquiries and partnership, contact marketing 0808-110-5907, or you can send an email to marketing@blackdrum.tv.
My name is Edauto.
My name is Adekunle.
Kayefi Osha.
Aderisola.
My name is Fine Art, and you are watching.
And you are watching.
Cindy J, you're watching Black Drum Session.
Welcome back to your favorite morning show, Hello Africa, brought to you by Black Drum TV. I am Adekunle. Simply busy, and with me again on the show is my host, Favor Aya, who likes to be called Favorite.
Welcome back from that wonderful sports update. Thank you very much, Adekunle.
And like Favorite used to say, it's time for the part where you get a notepad, you get a pen, jot some things down, or just laugh. It's time for the weird facts.
All right, so our first one for today says you could remove your stomach, spleen, one lung, appendix, a kidney, and still survive perfectly fine.
Oh, that's good. I like how you say it like I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
thank
it
you.
sounds like it's easily done.
It's easily done,
But
actually.
yeah, it's easily done, but there are so many things you would have to, so many disciplines you would have to take into consideration.
They said
one of
perfectly
which
fine.
is, no, it's
One
not
of which
as
is
easy.
we will not be able to drink alcohol
Exactly. I'm saying that because I'm sure you would be thinking that you can go on with, you would have
Why are you saying
a very,
I'm not
very
even going to go
keen
through this. No.
diet schedule.
I don't want anything that's not going to make me eat roasted turkey, fried chickens, all those things. No.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So this one says around 90% of illness and disease are either caused or complicated by stress, which is why it's important to work on reducing stress levels over the course of your life. I'm saying
like
this because
the
of you.
emphasis you make on this thing. So, viewers, if you're out there and you keep stressing yourself, you better take BC's caution for sure.
Yeah, just try and relax. And I mean, is now who they are alive, they spend money.
I don't understand what you just said, but I think
It is written, it is he who is alive that spendeth the revenue he generates.
All right, going on. This one says, if you have blue eyes, you are more likely to have a high tolerance for alcohol. The downside of this is that you are also more likely to become dependent on alcohol and suffer from addiction and alcohol abuse. What if you have brown eyes?
I think the reason why they didn't even check people that have brown eyes is because they discovered that. So for people with blue eyes, let's say the alcohol tolerance level is like 80%. And then they look at people with brown eyes, as in we in Nigeria, and they see that our alcohol level is like 80,000%, and they're like, maybe we should not even rate them.
Don't go there.
Let's just leave them.
Excuse me.
All right. Want to know how to tell if somebody is lying? People blink a lot less while telling a lie, and then speed up afterwards. Yeah. That doesn't work here. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
It doesn't work here.
I don't think so.
No.
All right, next one says, if you want to burn maximum calories, go for a run when you first wake up and before you eat anything. Exercising on an empty stomach will burn around 20% more calories.
Why does working out have to be about burning, and getting rid of weight? And look at me. I need calories. I want more. I need to be able to look at favorite and tell him, like, stop talking. And he won't have to look at me 2 times and laugh.
Then you need muscles, not calories.
Well, calories are going to get me the muscles, and they not.
I'm not sure you understand that. All right.
Eminem's song "Lose Yourself" was the first rap song to win an Oscar for Best Original Song. However, instead of watching the awards, Eminem was asleep watching cartoons with his daughter. Aww.
These are people who do their art because they love it, not interested in whatever comes with it.
This is kind of Leonardo DiCaprio kind of people.
The kind of Kanye West kind of thing. All right, moving on.
This is you do this. You do this.
A man can reduce his chances of getting prostate cancer by having at least four orgasms a week. Take care of your man.
What's an orgasm, please?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so
you might want to
prostate
read about
cancer.
It later.
I don't see. Okay. I get it.
I'm sure you do now.
All right, let's move on to the next word fact. Wow.
Thank you. Can you go on, please? Louder.
The vagina and the eye are self-cleaning organs, so you don't have to put anything up the passage to clean it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but still clean the surface at least, please. Because when you bath, you don't clean your eyeball, but you clean your eyelids. Right? So at least wash down there a lot. Thank you very much.
So these organs secrete hormones that cleans themselves.
Yeah, it's mostly like the vagina has its own bacteria and its own culture for its own bacteria that stay there, right? So when there's a foreign body or something like there, and then they see that it gets increased and all flows out.
I don't know, but anyways, today is Friday.
Yeah, but the tricky part about this is is see your sexologist. I'm pretty sure they can tell you.
I'm just going to move on.
Yeah, move on.
13 is the magic number. 7-hour sex marathons may be the norm for Sting and Trude, but most people say anywhere between 7 and 13 minutes is the desired optimum time for penetrative sex. What is your take on this, BC?
People do 7 hours?
What is your take on this?
People do 7 hours.
What is
that's my first take. People do 7 hours. What is it? What is that?
No.
7? No, that can't be real. 7 hours. Even horses and elephants that have really they don't even do 5 minutes.
That's your take on this? The question is 13 minutes or 7 to 13 minutes convenient for you?
Of course it's convenient for me. 7 to 13 minutes is convenient for me. It's good. I might even push it to like 20 minutes.
Okay.
At some point. If I'm not too drunk.
Okay.
I feel like as if I get drunk like that.
Moving on.
Moving on. You can climax your stress away. It's Friday. You can't climax your stress away. Feeling anxious? There's an orgasm for that. Sex helps reduce the effects of stress on blood pressure and regulates the stress signals firing in your brain.
That's a very brilliant statement. I like this one.
See, when there's
Only for adults, though.
I think is this serotonin? I can't remember the name of the enzyme, but it gets released when you orgasm, and that helps to like relieve stress and pressure built up in the mind. So that's why for men when they have sex, when they have good sex, next thing is to sleep. Cuddle and talk is not part of a man's. It's just sleep, because by that time the brain is like.
All right,
Good.
moving on.
That's you got more.
That's it for. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I must say a big thank you to you, Adebisi Pelumi.
I must say thank you to you as well, Favorite, for handling important biological weird facts like that.
Oh, well, yes. Thank you so much. For our viewers out there, we hope to see you again. It's weekend, and I hope you'd go out there and have good fun, as we're already in the season.
We're already in the season, yeah, we're already having fun. So, yeah.
I can't hold back. I just trust myself. I'm going to have fun today. I hope you do too. Well, my name is Favor. I like to be called Favorite. See you again, same time next week.